God almost killed Moses, a prophet nearly struck down by disobedience. Exodus 4:24-26. Moses had just encountered God in the burning bush. He had been called, commissioned, and empowered to lead Israel out of Egypt. Miracles had been promised. Aaron was on his way. The Exodus was about to begin. But then something shocking happened. As Moses journeyed toward Egypt with his wife and son, God himself met him on the road and tried to kill him. Yes, kill him. At a lodging place on the way, the Lord met Moses and was about to kill him. Exodus 4:24. Why? After such a divine calling, why would God suddenly try to strike down his chosen servant? The answer lay in a simple act of obedience that Moses had neglected. He had not circumcised his son. This was no small oversight. God had made a covenant with Abraham, a sacred agreement sealed by circumcision. Every male descendant was to be circumcised on the 8th day as a sign of belonging to God's people. Moses knew this. He was about to stand as the representative of God before Pharaoh, yet his own house was out of order. And so, judgment came. But before death could fall, Zipporah, Moses' Midianite wife, acted swiftly. Then Zipporah took a flint knife, cut off her son's foreskin, and touched Moses' feet with it. "Surely you are a bridegroom of blood to me," she said. Exodus 4:25. It was an emergency circumcision, a rushed act of obedience, a moment of desperate intervention. And it worked. God's wrath lifted. Moses lived. This story shatters the idea that calling alone protects us from consequences. Even the greatest prophet can fall when disobedience goes uncorrected. Moses wasn't immune to God's standards. His mission didn't give him a pass. God requires holiness, especially from those who lead in his name. And sometimes the people around us, like Zipporah, are the ones who stand in the gap when we falter. Moses' failure wasn't public, but it nearly cost him everything. God sees the hidden corners of our lives. He calls us to align both our public ministry and private obedience. You cannot lead others into covenant if your own house is not in it. Deal with what God told you to deal with before it stops your calling cold. Holy God, search my heart and reveal any disobedience in me. Let me not rely on my calling while ignoring your commands. Give me the courage to correct what's out of order and the humility to let others help me when I can't see it myself. Let me walk in integrity before you,